welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here. I thought tonight we would do yet another Genie Plus video, but this video is specifically designed and created for my clients. That's right. As a travel agent, a lot of my clients are just asking some very simple, basic questions, so I thought I would do a video as a way to explain. Basically, what is this Genie Plus system? Do I really need Genie Plus? And how do I activate? How do I get Genie Plus? And all those kind of simple, basic questions. So of course, the first thing I have to mention is, sadly, fast passes are gone. They are just no longer a thing. So if you are still listening about how amazing fast passes are from friends and families and cousins and whoever who keep telling you that you need to make sure you get these things called fast passes, just note that sadly, those are gone. The system I am going to talk about tonight actually replaces the fast pass system. So when I kind of reference back to fast passes, just note that that system is gone. It is no longer. Disney has moved on, and sadly, so do we, right? Okay. So the big thing to know starting out is the terms. When Disney announced this new system, they came out with some new terminology, which is kind of easily confusing people. So I want to break it down. The first term is just the word Genie. Just Genie by itself is Disney's new free based program that you get on your app. It's kind of an itinerary building, an organization of your day, informational kind of situation on the app. Like I said, it's 100% free, but the reason I'm mentioning it is because it gets easily confused with the next term, which is Genie Plus. That's right. It's the same name, except one of them has a plus sign next to it. So the Genie Plus system is the new skip the line system over at Disney World. This is now a paid based program. That's right. It does cost, and it works for most rides. Now, in addition to Genie Plus, they announced another skip the line system known as individual lightning lane passes. Now, these passes are also another skip the line system that, yes, you also have to pay for, but it covers basically the other rides. So Genie Plus covers the majority of the rides, the bulk of the rides. Individual lightning lane covers the top 2 rides at each park. So your more popular rides, your newer rides will come from individual lightning lane. Hopefully you're with me so far. So again, Genie is a free system on your phone. Genie Plus and the individual lightning lane, which are 2 completely different systems, are both a skip the line kind of paid forward pass system. Now, the other term is lightning lane. Lightning lane is literally just a line that you stand in. So essentially, you can stand in the standby lane, which is just waiting in line like you normally would have. Or if you have purchased passes for rides, you would then go into the lightning lane. So again, lightning lane is just a line that you physically stand in. So hopefully knowing these terms will help you as I further explain. Okay, so let's get into it. First thing is Disney Genie. Let's just break it down a little bit. First, like I said, Disney Genie is free and it's available on the app. The best way to get this, of course, is to get the My Disney Experience account on your phone. You are going to need to update it. So make sure you have the 50th anniversary logo on the app. If you don't, then you probably need to do an update. Now, the first thing that shows on that screen is something called My Genie Day. This is their itinerary building system. I am going to warn you, it's not the greatest. You go through all these different kind of scenes and you plug in, rides and things you're interested in, and then Disney kind of auto-populates an itinerary for you. It's kind of turning into a way for Disney to direct traffic. So they've kind of been pointing people in directions of rides that maybe don't get as many guests as other things. And so maybe not put too much faith into that system. But another system that is part of the Disney Genie is something called Tipboard. I absolutely love Tipboard. Tipboard is like a simple way to see all the things that you've always wanted to see in an app when it comes to Disney World. Everything between wait times, you know, dining, any sort of dining restaurants that still have availability so that you can make one of those last minute dining reservations. That's all on there. There's a place for you to do mobile ordering. And of course, there's a virtual assistant, which is great in case you need to text a cast member and ask any questions. But it's through this tip board that you are basically going to utilize your Genie Plus or your individual Lightning Lane system. This is where it'll show you every ride, like Haunted Mansion, for example. It'll tell you that, you know, the wait time is, I don't know, 45 minutes. But you can get a Genie Plus pass and only wait 20 minutes. That's all on the app. It's absolutely amazing. So my big tip is to check it out now. Even if your trip isn't for a while, go ahead and go on the app and explore the tip board. Explore the My Genie Day if you really want to, but especially the tip board. Get an idea of what it looks like and what it does. The tip board works for one park at a time, so you got to make sure at the top that you change it from Magic Kingdom to Epcot and so on, so you can see absolutely everything that's going on. You can check it out right now. You can actually see what the wait times are right now today, even though your trip isn't for a while. Now, the best way to kind of access these systems is when you go on the app, right? There are 3 little dash lines in the corner. You want to click on that. The first kind of things that pop up are Tipboard, My Genie Day, and the third thing is called My Future Plans. Now, this is a great feature as well because My Future Plans is a place for you to see everything that's going on with your trip as of right now. So all of your park pass reservations, you know, which day you're going where, will be in My Future Plans. If you have already booked dining, it'll also show you which dining reservations you have for which day. So it's kind of a good way to kind of organize your trip or know what's going on. And that is called My Future Plans. It's basically your trip at a glance. Now, these are all new systems, and like I said, free. It is these systems, especially Tipboard, is how you will then utilize the next 2 systems I will be talking about, which is how you skip the line. Ready? Okay, so first we're gonna start with Genie Plus. Genie Plus is like a package priced deal that covers the majority of the rides, your everyday rides, your Small World, your, you know, Peter Pan, Pirates, Jungle Cruise, Haunted Mansion, right? Everything but the top tier rides, that's what it covers. It even covers several coasters, which is great. Now, the cost for Genie Plus is $15 per person per park day. It just is what it is, guys. It's the new system, and yes, we do have to pay for it. Now, here's some things you need to know about it. So, unlike Fast Passes, Genie Plus is something that you do in the moment while you're at Disney on your actual park day. It is not something you arrange 6 months in advance. It is something you do that morning. So, if you're going to Magic Kingdom that day, then that morning, at 7 a.m., you will select your first Genie Plus pass of the day. And I warn people, passes are going very quickly, so you definitely want to be up at 6:50, 6:55, set your alarm. You can be in your resort bed, in your PJs, whatever you want, but be ready on that phone at 7 a.m. to select your first pass, especially if your pass is something really popular, like, for example, Slinky Dog. So just know that everyone everywhere who is going to the park that day, who has purchased Genie Plus, will be doing this at 7 a.m. And it is a first come, first serve kind of thing, and it only shows the next available time. So unlike fast passes where you could select, oh, let's ride this at 2 o'clock or this at 3 o'clock, it's gonna show you the next available time. So if you look for Slinky Dog and the next available time is, I don't know, 6:30 p.m., that means all the other earlier time slots have already been taken. So make sure you just score that time. Just get it. Whether you ride it or not, just get it, right? Okay. So those are kind of the key things you need to know, right? It starts at 7 a.m. It goes with the first available ride of the day, right? It's not going to let you kind of pick and choose and organize the day. It's the next available ride time. The other thing you need to know about it is it's essentially one ride per day. So you cannot double dip on the same ride. So once you've used Genie Plus for Haunted Mansion or Small World or whatever, you can't then use Genie Plus for that ride again on that day. Now, the cool thing about this is it works with hoppers. So if you are hopping, you can get a handful of rides in the morning at, say, Magic Kingdom, and then you can start securing rides for later in the day over at Epcot if for some reason you are hopping to Epcot that day. So that's really cool. And like I said, Genie Plus works with about 40 different attractions throughout Walt Disney World. So it is the bulk of the rides at each park will be through Genie Plus. Now, the next thing about Genie Plus, which is kind of cool, Disney has thrown in a few extra little things that go with Genie Plus if you choose to purchase that system. The first thing is special photo filters, which is not Memory Maker, by the way. So you can also get Memory Maker. These are special like Photo Pass AR lenses that in certain areas of the park you can do like a selfie and perhaps like Mickey is sitting on your shoulder, or maybe there's some ghosts in the background if you're over at Haunted Mansion. It's kind of like a cool like Snapchat filter that you can use that is Disney themed that happens in the park. And certain areas of the park will have different filters. So if you love social media and you love taking pictures, then you will absolutely love the Photo Pass AR lens system, which again is part of Genie Plus. So if you pay for Genie Plus, you're gonna get this with that system. The next thing you're gonna get is something new called Audio Tales. Audio Tales is a few little like snippets of information that you can kind of select while you're in the park and learn about a certain attraction or the castle. It's a little bit of like audio snippets that you can listen to while you're in the park. It's just another layer of things you can do that are kind of interactive. I am totally thinking my kids are gonna love Audio Tales. I totally foresee them stealing my phone and trying to find where the next audio tale is so they can get that next bit of information, right? So yeah, so that is Genie Plus. It is basically a way to help you navigate through longer wait times. It's how you're gonna maximize your vacation. I get that you now have to pay for it, but it kind of is what it is at this point. So how do you get Genie Plus is the big question. So as your travel agent, the best way to add Genie Plus to your package is to tell your travel agent. Ask them to add it to your package and just make it done, just so you don't have to deal with it in the park. We do have to add it to all of your park days. So if you have 6 park days, then we have to add Genie Plus to all 6 of your park days for it to be a package price, kind of all said and done, right? That way you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to fuss. It's bad enough getting up at 7 a.m., but to get up even earlier to add Genie Plus to your park pass, to your system each day can be a little frustrating, but that is the other option, guys. You can talk to your travel agent and have them add it to your package, or each and every day while you're at Disney, you can add 1 day's worth at a time of Genie Plus. So at 7 a.m. when you're getting up to get your first ride, you would want to get up a little bit earlier and add Genie Plus first. But I'm warning you, a lot of people right now are having glitches. So many glitches are happening right now that a lot of people are not able to add Genie Plus to their day, even though they want to. So I much advise just to add it to your package. Let your travel agent know and just get it done. Hopefully you're with me so far. I am gonna add another layer of a bit of confusion, and that is For your Genie Plus pass, you are only allowed one pass at a time, except in cases where maybe you got a pass for a ride that's really far out. Again, that Slinky Dog example, if for some reason you selected Slinky Dog first thing in the morning at 7 a.m. and your pass is for 6:30 p.m., Disney is saying 2 hours after park opening, you can get another pass. So that means if Hollywood Studios, because that's where Slinky Dog is, if Hollywood Studios opens at 9 a.m., that means at 11 a.m. you can secure another pass. Another way, a good way of stacking your passes, right? Because then you're holding that Slinky Dog at 6:50 and you're getting another pass at 11. Now at 11 o'clock, that's when you can get a pass that's for a ride that's in like 10 minutes. Once you then scan in for that ride, you can get another pass. Once you scan in for that ride, you can get another pass, even though you have Slinky Dog sitting over here at 6:50. Hopefully, this makes sense. So basically, Disney is saying they really only want you having one pass at a time, unless the pass that you secured was really far down in the afternoon, which means you have a chance to save that popular ride, but keep scoring all the other rides as you wait. Okay, so the next thing I talked about is individual lightning lane, right? That is the other skip the line system over at Disney World. Now, individual lightning lane is for the top 2 rides at each park. Your Ratatouille, your Rise of the Resistance, your Seven Dwarf Mine Train, your Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and all those sort of things. Now, the difference between Genie Plus and individual lightning lane is individual lightning lane is something you pay for right then in the moment as you select the ride. And the price is per ride, per person, per situation, right? The price will change based on season, popularity, time of day, crowd level, who knows? Disney's making up these numbers. But a ride could cost you anywhere between $7 and $15 per ride. So that means if you choose to skip the line for Rise of the Resistance over at Hollywood Studios, you could pay about $15 per person to not have to wait in line. So essentially, if you're a family of 4, that's $60 to ride Rise of the Resistance. Again, both of these systems are 100% optional. You can always just wait in line. But if you want to maximize your trip and your day, this is the best way to do this, is to go ahead and pay for Genie Plus and then activate the individual lightning lanes as you want them, as you see them, right? If you're not interested in any of these rides, if you're not interested in Rise of the Resistance, then you don't have to worry about it. This is what this system is. Now, something you need to know is that this is something your travel agent cannot add in advance. We can add Genie Plus in advance. We cannot add individual lightning lane. That is something you purchase that day in the moment. As you see Rise of the Resistance and it tells you how much it is, you purchase it right then and there. So you make the decision in the moment. However, because you guys are resort guests, you guys get a leg up because you can get your lightning lane passes at 7 a.m. As anyone else who is staying off property or perhaps they're local, they have to wait till park opening. Now this is huge because at 7 a.m. you can secure those hard to get passes, which by the way, Rise of the Resistance is one of them. Those passes sell out by 9, 10 o'clock. So if that park doesn't even open till 9 a.m., can you imagine all those people off property may have just missed the opportunity to pay for Rise of the Resistance. So this is your leg up, guys. 7 a.m. for both Genie Plus and individual lightning lane. Now here's the other thing with individual lightning lane is you can only get 2 a day. You can only pay for 2. So if you're hopping to all 4 parks like a crazy person, you cannot purchase all 8 individual lightning lanes because like I said, there's 2 at each park. Now this system also works with hopping, which is great. And like I said, it's for the top 2 rides at every park. All right, so hopefully you guys are with me so far. I'm gonna do a little crazy demonstration, which I'm hoping helps seal the deal, like helps you out a little bit more. Okay, so my example is with straws. I know, Nina's crazy. Okay, first thing is Genie Plus is a package price. It is a set price that includes multiple rides, right? Lightning Lane, individual Lightning Lane, is an a la carte system where you pay per ride. So Genie Plus gives you lots of rides. Individual Lightning Lane, you're paying per ride, for which you're allowed up to 2 per day. Both of these systems happen at 7 a.m. because you are a Disney Resort guest. If for some reason you're watching and you are not a Disney Resort guest, you don't get these until after park opening, right? At park opening, then you get to secure these two. So if you are staying on Disney property, this is your leg up. Both of these happen at 7 a.m. This includes the majority of the rides, right? Most of the rides at the 4 parks. This includes the top 2 rides at every park. Now, if you put them together, you've got all the rides that have Lightning Lane access at all 4 parks, which means if you do Genie Plus and you do individual Lightning Lane, you have now maximized your trip not by skipping the line, right? This is the best way to maximize your waiting in line for your vacation. Both systems work with hoppers. This system, your travel agent can add to your package for all of your park days, right? This system, you have to get in the moment that day as you see the ride that you want. Both systems, 100% optional. You can always just wait in line. This system, a set price, $15 per person per park day. This system, whatever Disney decides in the moment, somewhere between $7 and $15 per ride. Hopefully, this helps explain it. Again, if you put the 2 systems together, you've just maximized your waiting in line. Now, I get this question a lot. Do I have to purchase this to get this, or do I have to purchase this to get this? No, they are completely independent of each other. So you can choose to purchase Genie Plus and not do this, or you can choose to just do individual Lightning Lanes and not bother with Genie Plus. But like I said, you put them together and you've got all of the rides. Now, a lot of good question I get is, Nina, okay, that sounds great. We're gonna think on it, but how do I use this system? You know, like how do I maximize my day if I choose to get Genie Plus and individual Lightning Lane? So this is what you're gonna wanna do. You ready? I'm gonna use my straws again. Okay, at 7 a.m., you get to get your first Genie Plus pass of the day for whatever time the ride is for. Again, I'm gonna go to Hollywood Studios and I'm gonna use the example of Slinky Dog. So at 7 a.m., you're gonna secure Slinky Dog for who knows what time, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever the next available time was that you just happened to secure, you just got Slinky Dog. We're gonna say for 3 o'clock. Then also at 7 o'clock, you can secure Rise of the Resistance for, I don't know what time, noon. We're gonna say noon. And then while you're at it, 7 a.m., why don't you go ahead and get Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway? So that way you have Slinky Dog, Mickey and Minnie's, and Rise the Resistance, all 3 passes you secured at 7 o'clock. These are 3 rides that you now get to skip the line for. Are you with me so far? This all happened at 7 a.m. Now, because these systems are independent of each other, the rule for Genie Plus is you can only get another Genie Plus pass if you've used this pass or if it's been 2 hours after park opening. Basically, if it's been lapsed for 2 hours, they're gonna let you get another Genie Plus. So remember, this one was for 3 o'clock. So the park opens at say 9. That means at 11 a.m., you get to secure another Genie Plus pass. Let's say at this time, you're gonna get Toy Story Mania. So at 11 o'clock, Toy Story Mania's next pass is in 15 minutes. So go ahead and secure Toy Story Mania and then ride it, right? So as soon as you scan in, you get to now get another pass. Maybe this time you're gonna do alien swirling saucers, and maybe that pass is in 20 minutes. So by the time it took you to ride Toy Story Mania, it's now time for alien swirling saucers. So once you scan into alien swirling saucers, you get to get another pass. And maybe at this point, you're like, you know what, let's get the Falcon. Let's go ahead and do Millennium Falcon. And that pass is in, I don't know, 45 minutes. So then while you're waiting for this pass to activate, you could maybe ride Rise the Resistance. Remember, we said that one was at noon. So then you rode this, right? This one's, in 45 minutes. Then you get to ride Millennium Falcon. Once you, scan into this, you get another pass. Maybe this point you're doing Star Tours or Frozen Sing-Along or whatever you want. Meanwhile, your first pass, Slinky Dog at 3 o'clock, is still there. Same with your Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Does this kind of make sense? This is how you would then stack your passes to make the most of your day. And you want to keep checking, again, on that tip board on your app. You want to keep checking and refresh, because even though sometimes it looks like a pass is gone or a pass is too late in the day, and perhaps, you're getting dinner or you don't want to stay in the park that late, keep refreshing because new passes sometimes keep popping up. The other question I get is hopping. So this is absolutely perfect for hopping. If you want, you can secure all your passes real quick, Jungle Cruise, Pirates, Haunted Mansion, and just keep riding them and passing, riding them and passing, riding them and passing. And then as you're ready to hop to, say, Epcot, on the way over, go ahead and grab an Epcot pass. And then when you ride that ride or scan in for it, grab another one. Or perhaps you wanted to buy an individual lightning lane for Epcot later in the day, and you got that at 7 a.m., so then you have that waiting for you too. You can use these systems separately or together. And again, the individual lightning lane, I know it sounds a little bit scary. I'm paying $15 to ride Run Wide, but maybe it's holiday season. Maybe that was the ride your kids really, really wanted to ride. This might be the best way to just kind of get her done. So hopefully I've answered any questions that you have been, thinking about and wondering about. But of course, the biggest question that I get is, Nina, do I really need to add Genie Plus to my package? And although that is 100% a personal opinion and a personal take, I'm gonna go with yes. Yes, I do think you should add Genie Plus to your package. I think that it is the best way to maximize your vacation, especially great for those families where this is their one and only Disney trip. Or for families who only get to go once every couple of years and they're trying to maximize their trip. They're trying to maximize their day. They want to try to get as much done as they can. Being able to stack all these Genie Plus passes in the morning means you might be able to play in the pool in the afternoon. Or you might be able to hop and also get enough rides over at your hopping park as well. I think this system is perfect for families with little kids. Little kids hate waiting in line, especially during holiday season or popular time like spring break. Being able to skip any number of rides, even if it's just 3 rides or 5 rides, can be huge for families with little children. Same thing with families who are traveling with those extended family members, perhaps grandma and grandpa. Maybe they don't want to wait in line either. This could absolutely maximize your day. Perhaps you're traveling with teens and you have some teens that would rather just pay for Lightning Lane and go ride some coasters, but you've got a little kid that needs to ride a Genie Plus ride. You guys can kind of all get it done at the same time and maximize that trip. Here's a little bit of info for you to kind of think about that I'm hoping will help. If you think about it, fast passes were something that was offered to 100% of the people. And let's say about 90 to 95% of guests actually used the fast pass system. That's an awful lot of people that are using that fast pass lane, which was the same thing as the Lightning Lane, right? It's the exact same lane, they just changed the name. Right now, Disney is estimating that only 33% of resort guests are using the Genie Plus system. Can you imagine if it used to be 100% or 90% of people using the skip the line system and it is now only 33%? Imagine what a powerful tool that could be for your vacation. I'm just saying, guys. But as always, guys, I hope I helped you out. I hope I kind of gave you the simple explanation of these systems and answered any questions you kind of had swirling in your head. But as always, guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray. Hit the bell icon for notifications, like this video, and comment. Let me know what you think of this system. I know when it first came out, everyone poo-pooed it, you know, because no one wants to have to pay for something. That was something they used to get for free, but this system is so different from the FastPass system that it's people who have been doing it, they're excited. They definitely were able to maximize their vacation by doing it. So yeah, I can't wait to have this discussion with you further and of course add this to your Disney vacation package. But as always, guys, mahalo for watching. Nina out. Bye.